AI. AI. It feels like it's everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah, tell me about it. My inbox is just exploding with AI this and AI that.
Mine too. And it's not just emails. It's like everywhere I look. Apple's launching something big. AI is writing music now.
And getting sued for it.
Right. And now it's even giving advice for, like, back pain.
Hmm.
Seriously. It's a lot to keep up with.
It really is, yeah. Feels like everyone's trying to ride this wave.
Which is exactly why you guys sent in this stack of articles.
Oh, yeah.
We're diving deep today. Figure out what's actually a big deal and what's just, hype.
Yeah, got to separate the signal from the noise, right?
Exactly. So speaking of hype, how about we start with Apple?
Right.
They're saying the new iPhone is built for AI.
Right.
But it kind of sounds like the good stuff, the really interesting stuff, isn't coming until later.
Well, you're not wrong. It's classic Apple, the slow rollout.
If it's not a full rollout, is it even really Apple?
You got a point.
Yeah.
But yeah, the iPhone 16, it might be AI ready, but a lot of the features are coming later this year, some of them even next year.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Initially, we're just talking like basic writing tools and maybe Siri's a little bit smarter.
Oh, speaking of, did you see that October 28th release date? English only, apparently.
Yep. They're dipping their toes in the water first, see how it goes, before they go all in.
Makes sense. So what's coming later then? What are we waiting for?
Well, by the end of the year, they're promising ChatGPT integration.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Something called Image Playground.
Image Playground. What is that?
That's what I want to know. I haven't seen much about it yet. And, get this,
Okay.
AI-powered Genmojis.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
So instead of picking from those generic little faces, your Genmoji will actually look and move like you.
No way. Seriously.
That's the idea. Anyway, we'll see how well it works in practice, right?
So, like, it'll capture my expressions and everything.
That's what they're saying.
That's wild. Okay, what about Siri then? I thought this whole thing was supposed to be Siri's big, like, AI makeover.
You'll have to be patient. That's not happening till 2025 at the earliest.
At 2025? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Talk about burying the lead. It's like the future of AI is always just around the corner.
Always coming. Never quite here.
Exactly. And in the meantime, we've got AI trying to, fix our backs.
Oh, yeah. The AI doctor for back pain?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this.
Yeah. As someone who's spent way too much time on a chiropractor's table, I was interested.
Right.
So is this the end of back pain as we know it? Are chiropractors out of business?
Not quite. Not yet.
Okay.
The study you sent in, it actually showed that AI chatbots can give surprisingly good advice for back pain. Sometimes even as good as human doctors.
Wow. Seriously?
Yeah, but there's a big catch.
What's that?
The key word here is advice.
Right. It's not like the AI is actually, like, diagnosing you or anything. You're not sending an X-ray through your phone.
Not yet, anyway. But yeah, it's more about giving you guidance, like, based on your symptoms,
Right.
And even then, it's not perfect. The study also found that some of the AI's advice was just plain wrong. Like, it was still peddling that whole thing about bad posture causing back pain. Come on.
You would think an AI, with all that data, it would know better.
You'd think so, right?
Right. But you know what I thought was really interesting?
What's that?
People said they actually preferred getting advice from the AI.
Isn't that fascinating?
It is.
Like, maybe people are more comfortable opening up to a machine because they don't feel judged.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's just the novelty of it all,
It's true. It's very, like, future is now kind of thing.
Right.
But it does make you wonder, though, how is this going to change, like, the doctor-patient relationship in the future?
It's a big question.
Yeah.
One of the big ones with AI in healthcare, for sure. But while we're on the topic of health, you want to shift gears from diagnosis to treatment.
Let's do it.
All right. Have you heard about how AI is being used in drug discovery?
Oh, yeah. This is where it feels like we're stepping into a sci-fi movie.
Right.
AI is, like, sifting through molecules, finding cures. It's pretty wild stuff.
Right.
One of the articles mentioned something called LISA-CPI.
Oh, yeah?
Any idea what that is? It sounded intense.
It is. It's pretty amazing. LISA-CPI is a new AI system, and it's designed to make drug discovery way faster.
Okay, how does it work?
So imagine, like, you're trying to find the right key to unlock a door.
Okay.
But instead of just a few keys on your keychain, you've got millions.
Oh, wow.
And you have no clue which one will work.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem.
That's drug discovery in a nutshell.
Right.
LISA-CPI, though, it's like a super-powered locksmith. It analyzes the shapes of, like millions of molecules, and then it predicts which ones are most likely to work as drugs.
So it's not just trying keys randomly. It's like, hey, these ones have the highest chance of actually unlocking those disease doors.
Exactly. And it's showing huge promise, especially when it comes to pain research.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it focuses on these things called GPCRs. They're like tiny locks on the surface of your cells, right?
Okay.
Lots of drugs work by fitting into these locks and then triggering an effect.
So LISA-CPI is figuring out which keys fit those locks.
You got it. And get this, it's already 20% more effective than older technologies.
20%. That's a big jump. So does that mean, like, we're on the verge of curing chronic pain?
Ah, not so fast. Remember, LISA-CPI is just identifying potential drug candidates. These candidates still got to go through tons of testing in the lab and in clinical trials before they ever actually get to patients.
So it's not like AI finds a miracle drug on Monday and it's at my pharmacy by Friday.
Haha, I wish.
One can dream, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
But even though it's not instant, it's still a huge deal. This tech has the potential to really speed up that whole drug discovery process.
Yeah, I could see that.
Which could mean new treatments for all sorts of things, everything from chronic pain, you mentioned that, but also things like Alzheimer's, even cancer.
It's like we're not living in that sci-fi movie just yet.
Not quite.
But we're getting closer.
We're getting there.
Speaking of pushing those boundaries, how about that North Carolina musician who used AI to, what was it, game the music industry?
Oh yeah, that's a wild one. The case of the AI music mogul. It's a story that really shows just how tricky this whole AI ethics thing is getting.
This wasn't just some guy, like, making beats in his basement, right? We're
Yeah.
talking hundreds of thousands of AI-generated songs, uploaded under fake names, getting millions of streams.
And millions of dollars in royalties.
It's crazy.
It's mind-blowing. He had this whole scheme going, using bots to pump up those play counts. Even the names are AI-generated. Like Calypso Xord. Who comes up with this stuff?
Simotechnical was another one, right?
And it's almost comical.
It is. It's like you'd think he would have at least tried for some names that people could actually believe, you know?
Right.
But I guess when you're cranking out thousands of songs...
Who has time?
Exactly. No time to workshop band names. But that's what's kind of scary about it, you know? This isn't just some small-time thing. This brings up big questions about the future of music.
Future of art in general.
Totally. Like, if I can just ask an AI to write me a song that sounds exactly like, say, Billie Eilish, why would I ever listen to the real deal?
Exactly. And what about copyright? If a machine writes a hit song, who owns it? The programmer. The user. Does the AI get the credit?
Whoa.
These are questions that are keeping lawyers up at night. Nobody really knows the answers yet.
It's like we're stepping into this whole new world, and the rule book is being written as we go. But how'd they even catch this guy?
Well, even the smartest AI scams, they still leave a trail.
Yeah.
Those streaming platforms, your Spotify's, your Apple Music's, they've got algorithms. They're looking for shady stuff, you know? Like if an artist comes out of nowhere and suddenly has huge play counts.
Makes sense.
And in this case, it was just too much, too fast, you know? All those songs, those crazy names, it set off all the alarms.
I guess it's good to know those systems are there.
It is reassuring.
But it makes you wonder, what else is slipping through?
Oh, for sure.
What if those artist names were a little less, out there? Would anyone have noticed?
That's the thing. As AI gets better and better at making stuff that sounds like, a human actually made it.
Yeah.
It's going to get harder and harder to tell what's real. And it's not just music.
Right.
Think about news articles, art, even scientific research.
Wow. It's kind of scary when you put it like that.
It's a lot. But
Yeah.
look, before we go full-on AI paranoia, let's take a step back for a second.
Okay. Yeah. Good idea.
We covered a lot of ground today.
Eh.
Apple dipping its toes in, AI doctors, music mogul scams.
It's a lot.
If you had to sum it all up, what are the big takeaways? Well, I think the biggest takeaway, honestly, is don't believe all the hype.
It's easy to get caught up in it.
It really is.
Everything's AI this and AI that.
It's like it's going to solve all the world's problems tomorrow.
Right.
But AI is a tool. It's a powerful tool, but it's not magic.
Exactly.
The real progress, it's happening bit by bit, like that AI drug discovery we were talking about.
Right. Groundbreaking stuff. But it doesn't mean there's going to be like a cure for everything next week.
Right. It's about building the foundation for breakthroughs down the road.
Laying the groundwork.
Exactly. And while we're waiting for those big breakthroughs, we've got some serious ethical stuff to figure out.
Yeah, that's the other side of it, isn't it?
It's not enough to just be amazed by the tech.
Yeah.
You got to think about how it affects, society, our values, even what it means to be human.
Because it's changing things, that's for sure.
It is. It really is. It's like we're trying to write the instruction manual for a machine that's like already reading ahead and learning faster than we can teach it.
And that is a little bit scary.
It's a lot to think about.
It is. So, for everyone listening, what do you think? What's the one thing with all this amazing AI stuff happening? What's the one thing you think it will never be able to replicate? Hit us up on social media. Let us know your thoughts. But for now, we're out of time.
See you next time.
Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and we'll keep diving deep.